Well, I think the first and foremost what we're doing is we're getting some leadership out of our upperclassmen. They're doing a good job. Got a great group of seniors, and we've done a good job of stopping the run for the most part in the majority of the teams we play.
Offensively, we've been up and down a little bit. When we take care of the football, we usually win the football game. So if we can keep emphasizing that, and emphasizing with our guys, take care of the ball, limit the turnovers, give the defense the best chance to be successful, we'll end up winning football games. So if we can just carry that through, I think quarterback-wise, he's played fairly good. Doing pretty well so far. Getting run game's coming around a little bit. Pass game's been pretty good. So we just got to continue to take care of football as the season goes on and give ourselves the best chance to win.
Jake, talk about the 5 turnovers. I mean, really opportunistic for your defense, I'd say.
Yeah, the kids played hard. A lot of those, obviously some of the interceptions were. One of them was a great play by Pig. He made a great play on the football. Another one was off of a all-out pressure. Everybody did their job, and guy made a play at the end of the ball game right there. And then some of the strips and things like that, just something we do day in and day out of practice, and it carried over, and we're very opportunistic.
Also, got a lineman with the interception. Looked like he was wanting to take off, and I think his teammates might have said, "Get down." What was your reaction on that one?
Well, I was just thinking to myself, don't fumble. All right, great play, don't fumble. But he talked to him in meetings yesterday. He's like, Coach, I was trying to get up the sideline like you want us to, but it is what it is. It was a good time. We all had a good time with that one.
Coach, defensively, you had 2 or 3 kids graduate that were super talented. Especially Quincy, a guy that put up 100 tackles. Now you have Anthony Copeland and Kendrick Gaddis that are both probably on the same kind of pace. If you were to come into this season, would you have expected those 2 guys to put together the same sort of effort that Quincy had?
Well, I don't know if they got the highlight plays Quincy had in his resume, but both of them started for us last year. They both had great off seasons. Say they're on a pace for 100 tackles. I really don't look at all that stuff much. I know they're both good football players, and they're both good leaders for us. To be as good as Quincy right there and that pace, that he did a lot of good things last year, so I probably wouldn't have thought that. So.
Considering you guys have, EKU and you guys have both played UT Martin, is there anything you guys can pick up in film that maybe stands out in those 2 matchups that maybe y'all can take advantage of?
I mean, that game, score-wise, is a little deceiving. UT Martin was trailing, I think, till midway in the 3rd quarter. Basically scored 14 points on 3 plays with a punt return touchdown, then a fumble return touchdown. So EKU played them really, really, really tough. But it's definitely a game we're watching. We don't have a lot of common opponents. That's about kind of the main one. Them and TSU is our common opponents that we played so far. So you're definitely looking at that game, looking at there. It's been the 2 teams that are similar and kind of do the same stuff and in this league, so you can watch, compare. But they're a good football team. Statistically, they're really, really good on defense. Do a great job getting to the ball and stuff like that. So we got to come out ready to play offensively because they're good now.
Coach, offensively, you thought you'd probably have guys like Sappington early and Blake Honeycutt, who had an unfortunate injury. Where have you seen the wide receivers develop the most, and are you pleasantly surprised knowing that Preston really has a whole set of new weapons in front of him?
Yeah.
And
that's what, it's kind of one of the deals you can't control. You can only control what you control, but when you look up first of the season, you got 6 of your top 12 out, type deal. But those guys have done a great job stepping up. I mean, you look out there, it's freshman, redshirt freshman, redshirt sophomore, so that's always good to see those guys out there making plays. They're learning as the season goes and getting their feet wet and stuff. And the same thing at running back. 3 of the last 4 games, the freshman running backs led us in rushing. So as we take a few bumps and bruises here and there, that is the bright light to it, is that young guys are out there making plays and getting opportunities. And I believe it's going to end up paying off, and they're getting settled in. They're getting settled in. They take care of the football. We take care of football as an offense, and we're hard to stop. We turn the ball over. It's pretty easy to stop us. We're giving it to you. So that's the biggest emphasis we got is take care of the football because we got weapons, we got guys that can make plays, and whether they're 18 or they're 22, years old, they're out there playing hard for the boys, so that's always good.
Was we got kind of a new receiver and a not so new receiver out there with Stadhall, new, but also Dallas in receiver.
Yeah.
Just because of injuries or something else or something?
It's kind of one of them deals. DD has played receiver. Daquan's played receiver here before. Needed a little spark. We needed a little spark at that position. And then Jake's a guy that had a really good camp. He's a freshman and a really good tight end for us. And we really want to redshirt him, but now with the new rules, you can play 4 games. And last week was a game we wanted to get him in and get his feet wet. And he did a great job for us. Jake's a really good football player, going to be a good player here for a long time. So we're excited about him too. So we make moves, and we try not to call them receivers all the time. We just call them skills, because you got Castile who'll go play some receiver, and McCray who'll go play some receiver and split out wide. We just treat them all as athletes. So, but they've done a good job bouncing around. We're always trying to find that right mix, that right personnel grouping for the guys. And Daquan coming over, I believe, gave us a good spark last week. He made some good plays for us. Big third down catch on the last drive, and then some really good plays in space.
I noticed McMillan didn't do anything. Was he just unavailable for the game?
Yes, sir. He was unavailable for the game. He'll be back this week. So, that always gives you a little something to think about when you get him back in the game plan, just because he can run. Now, he don't know where he's going yet, but he can run, boy. So, we'll just got to get him going right or left. We'll be fine. So he'll be all right, but he'll be good this week.
Coach, from a defensive standpoint, who's been the biggest surprise for you this season? Because obviously you've got some young guys on your side as well. Guys like Monty Wilson that have had to come in and play.
Yeah, they play well. I'll tell you who's been the biggest surprise for me. It's an older guy, Corey Tillman, how he's playing right now. He's playing the best football he's played since he's been here by far. As far as some of the younger guys that have stepped in and played, Devontae is one of the guys that made a lot of plays for us and done some things. But we got a pretty veteran group. So.
Can you elaborate on what Corey's doing? Because he's one of the kind of seniors in this.
Yeah. He's doing a good job being consistent, play in and play out, splitting double teams. Getting pressure when we need it, coming up with some big plays now and again. He's one of those guys that he has a full class load and misses some practices actually, but he comes in early, gets what he needs to get out of the meetings, things like that, and he's doing a good job, just elevating his game really.
How have you guys worked on that pressure? Because the Racers I think you guys are 3rd right now in the league in sacks, and you guys graduated a guy like Wooten and the other guys that have created a lot of pressure last year. How much do you guys work on just attacking quarterback and trying to get back?
Well, it's most of them third down plays. And the biggest thing is stopping and running on first and second down, getting them 3rd and long. Last week we weren't great on 3rd down. We was playing a lot of 3rd and shorts. That's not good. But try to change up the pressure package week in and week out. But that's really it.
Coach, also give us a little insight on going against one of the best defenders in the league, and Aaron Patrick.
Oh yeah, he's a good football player. They've got a bunch of them, man. They got some dudes that I feel like been there for 10 years. You know what I mean? Just waiting for them to graduate type deal. Do a great job of putting those guys in positions to be successful. We're worried about us, how we execute, things like that. Getting our guys confident in the game plan and everything. But it's a great test, man. They've had guys that have been there making plays for a long time, and be fun on Saturday.
How do you feel like Preston has grasped this offense? He's had to sit and watch for a long time.
Yeah.
Last year got a taste of it. Where do you think he is as far as grabbing the entire offensive play?
Yeah, he's done a really good job. I don't know his stats. I mean, I know he completes the ball at a high rate and doesn't throw a lot of interceptions right now. So, we want to keep that rolling. Whether he throws for 1,000,000 yards or 6 yards, I don't care. The stat that we want to lead the league in the quarterback room is we want to lead the league in wins, and that's the one that matters. You know what I mean? Everybody talks about Tom Brady and his rings. No, not a lot of people talk about Dan Marino and his rings because he doesn't have any. So we want to talk. When we talk about stats, we talk about wins. So playing winning football for us, taking care of the football, throwing the ball, high completion rate. We want to lead the country and touchdown to interception ratio. And right now he's done a good job of that because he's got enough wild horse, gunslinger, whatever you want to call it in him, that sometimes when he gets out there, he wants to do something crazy. And I try to tell him, hey man, do what I want you to do, not what you want to do. And so when you get out there, try to think about that a little bit. But he's done a good job, man. He's settled in. His situation he's been in the last couple of weeks is unreal. And so I've just been proud of him. Just been proud of him, especially since conference play started up. He's played really well.
Defensively this week, you guys have a redshirt freshman quarterback going to be going against. Is there any way you guys can sort of disguise coverages because he's only thrown 2 interceptions this year? Is there a way to force mistakes?
Yeah, I think there is, but I think the biggest thing is they do such a good job. They take care of them in the run game. Their gig is they're going to run the football and get you to play action pass, do all those things, a lot of RPOs, things like that. And with how well they run the ball with number 22 and 34 right there and 6, it's hard to play some of those zone coverages and things you really like to get interceptions on guys. You really got to play man to man, and when that happens, your guys got to freaking make great plays. I wish I knew the exact answer right now, but we're working on it.